Alright, here we go. Here's Caden again. The left photo we'll start with first, over here to the left. This is right before he's pulling the trigger. If you can see, lower body work was pretty much 100% perfect. All cleats are dug into the ground. He has a slight bend before he wants to pull the trigger. The only thing I would want to change here would be this right toe. It's pointing outwards, where he would want that slightly parallel inwards so it doesn't stagger the power and the follow through when he gets the torque with the upper body. But this is perfect. Ball location, step one, perfectly over the right pec. His shoulders are parallel. His leading shoulder, the left shoulder, is leading center target of where he wants to go. I mean, this is a perfect stance. I mean, this is where you want to be. He gets to this stance majority of the times he wants to throw. The photo to the right, it's a different passing scenario, but he'll start off here perfectly balanced, cleats are dug in, shoulders pretty much parallel, great ball location, eyes downfield, lead shoulders, leading the target or center of the target where he wants to go. And then to the right, this is right as he's pulling the trigger. He's just got his shoulder turn going. I don't know if he's been taught this, but he does a really good job with it. But with his left foot, because of the upper body rotation, this is why I even like to go with it. Chad Pennington says it, but it's like a quarterback, it's like being a baseball player up the bat. And you're going to lift that left leg up and slightly drag it out 2 to 3 inches to the left of the target where you want to go. And what that's doing, it's opening up your upper body, so on the follow through, it's letting you come through with all that torque. So you're not just using your arm as a quarterback, you're using the power from your abs and your core and your upper body with the torque. And then all the lower body fundamentals come in. But he does a great job with the 2 to 3 inch step out to the left of his target. I mean, that's phenomenal. All he wants to do there is go back to the photo to the left, and he wants to get his cleats dug back into the ground before he's pulling that trigger. But here to the right, again, his shoulders now from the left photo are slightly not parallel anymore. What's happening is his back shoulder is dropping down and his left shoulder is starting to point up. It's still leading the target where he wants to go, but because his back shoulder is starting to drop, I don't know right now, I had to see more, but either it's because of his back shoulder dropping, he's letting the ball come from that perfect position in the pec area to now he's dropping all the way down here. Or if it's just a combination of both of these reasons why this is his shoulders are no longer parallel and he's letting the ball drop. But if you see the photo on the left, he's got the perfect ball location. That's where he wants to keep it. Even when he's winding up and twisting his body, he wants to keep it upright in the firing position. So now he's letting it drop. And again, to the photo to the left, it's a perfect sink. That's as much as you want to sink athletically before you pull the trigger. So now he's just winding up to release that arm, and all that power he's using, that arm's dropping. It's costing him at least a second to have to raise that back up, which is killing. Like, he's already read the target. He's already ready to pull the trigger. But now he's got to pull this baby back up. And he's just sinking a little too much now. And it's kind of a problem. And then that, again, that right foot toe, you want to kind of have that more inwards with the parallel line because it's outwards, so it's staggering. But him sinking in too low like this to the right, it's kind of the same thing with my golf swing, but it was because of my ACL. So when I would sink in on my follow through with my golf swing to get center of contact, it's making his body rise up now. He's getting back to level where he is, and when he goes through his follow through on this one, he stops. He doesn't follow through all the way, and he staggers here, and we'll get back to why that'll affect it. But his body's coming up, so all that torque he did get, all that torque and power is coming vertically now instead of parallel and across. But this is one of the first steps we need to work on right here, is getting him to keep this ball up around the chest level like it is here, and somewhere in that pec area. But if we can get him to stay in this stance while he's rotating the body, this is going to be easy. This is going to be easy. But it's not that bad. It really isn't. I mean, right now he's using so much of just athletic ability, and like, it's just a gift what he has for ball placement. So he's going to end up, when we get the parallel shoulders right and keep this ball up and get perfect body rotation, and then combine that with his lower footwork, it's going to add so much torque and power to his throw. One, it's going to save his arm. He's not going to be using all of his arm anymore, so it won't hurt as much, and he'll be able to throw more pitch counts at a younger age. And even if he gets older and has any type of surgeries, like Chad Pennington says, then it comes to even his warm-ups, he has to have a pitch count. He has to have a reason, a purpose while he's warming up, because he can't go over a certain amount of throws. But right now, I mean, he's using all athletic ability, and it is amazing. But if we can get this right before he's pulling the trigger back to this is perfect. This is perfect. But then going through the follow-through, let's see. Even on this throw right here, this is the same pass as the photo of this follow-through. On this play, he gets the ball right off the snap and just fires, just pulls the trigger. Doesn't do any body rotation. He's just coming across, which is not the fundamentals you're looking for, but it was a beautiful pass, all athletic abilities. But the catch here, even though he didn't get the shoulder leading or his body turn or anything, and he's just launching the ball immediately after the snap, this is the one throw where his elbow is perfectly parallel to the ground. Probably one a little more compact. He's a little elongated on it. But this elbow right here, and this is why it's such an accurate throw, as he has this perfectly parallel. So now at him at 6'1", 6'2", he's throwing around 6'3", 6'4" height. But this is perfect. But what's hurting him sometimes on the spiral is the follow through. This is how he looked as he released the ball. He stops halfway through. He's not taking that right, his throwing arm, and that final finger should be his index finger off that ball. And he should be dragging this index finger all the way across. So he should be going from over the top, slightly down all the way across, anywhere over here towards his left pocket. And with that finger, that right index finger being the last finger off the ball, that's what's creating this spiral. But again, this ball was thrown immediately after he receives the snaps. I don't even think he even took time to put on the laces, and he puts this ball right on the money. Defender can't get it. I mean, this literally was a half a second, maybe 1 second play, and he already had it out. So it was a beautiful throw. It's all athletic ability and just natural talent he has for the touch of the ball. But there's a lot we can do. We can break this down and get better, clear videos. But I mean, this stance to the left again, I mean, this is perfect. This is where we want, this is what you want him to look like. Slightly besides this foot being a little more inwards. This is what you want it to look like. But somehow it gets here. And this is just him dropping that parallel shoulder is no longer parallel. It's dropping. His right shoulder is dropping down. His left one's pointing up slightly too much. And this is what messes up his throw, is because he's dropping the ball here. So when he's finally coming over the top, his arm's not parallel. He's coming across, slinging the ball.